Hey guys, it's Modesty. Welcome back to my channel. So I apologize about the lighting right now. I filmed this video earlier today and then I was sitting down to edit and I'm like, I didn't film an intro. So here I am with my intro of what I'm going to be doing in this video today. I am doing a review-ish / demo and tutorial of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. This palette has brought so much controversy, mainly negative, I think, on just like the formula, and people are upset about the fallout and things like that. Personally, I love this palette and I'm going to explain to you guys why. And I've thought that, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and since my opinion is different than most people's, I mean, I have seen some positive reviews, but since my opinion is different than most people's, I felt like I should share mine just so you guys can get like a well-rounded idea on this palette. So let me just quickly say a few things about it. It has fallout, yes. So my Modern Renaissance palette, in fact, I've noticed they have basically the same amount of fallout. I'd say the darker mattes are better in the Modern Renaissance palette, but the lighter mattes, in my opinion, are better in this palette. That's just my own personal opinion through my own experiences. Like the shade Edge right here, like no fallout whatsoever. Like the shade Edge is amazing. I really like New Wave. A lot of people have problems with Roxy, but I'm not having any issues with Roxy. Honestly, the matte that I get the most fallout with is the shade Rowdy. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of this shade Rowdy right here, but all the other shades I love. I kind of use this one just for eyeliner instead of like blending purposes, just because I'm not a fan of this color. This is really good for, you know, using as like a brown eyeliner. It's kind of similar to, I'd say, Nars Coconut Grove. People are very upset about the fallout and they're upset about blendability, and some are saying that it's oxidizing on them, and I'm not discounting them. I believe them. I haven't had those issues specifically. Like, I don't really have problems blending. I do have to work a little harder, but it's not it's not doable. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I love the pigmentation. I love that you only need a very small amount of product. I wasn't gonna get this originally, but then when I saw Stephanie Nicole's review, I kind of do my eyeshadow like hers in the sense I'm very light-handed. And so I thought I would give it a go. I originally wasn't going to get it, and then I changed my mind. I'm so glad I did, because this is literally the only palette in my collection that I have like this. Quickly jump into the demo / tutorial just because I want to get this video moving along. So with that said, let's just jump into the tutorial. Alright guys, so to start out my demo for the Subculture palette, I do have to prime my eyes. I use this So Susan Cosmetics, which is it's called the Shadow Barricade Anti-Crease Shadow Primer. I really like this because it also has some coverage, because it's kind of like your skin tone, as you can see right there. So instead of using concealer, I have been using this, and it corrects darkness because, as you see, it has a little bit of like a peachy tone to it. So I have been using this and I've been liking it a lot, and it hasn't been giving me any issues. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to my eyes, and then I'm just going to be blending it in with a G38 from Morphe. The cool thing about this product is you don't have to set it with a powder because it dries to a powder finish. Like, I feel like I put powder on my eyes even though I didn't. I'm going to be going in with the Subculture palette from Anastasia. I'm so in love with this palette. Is there fallout? Yes. Is there a lot of fallout? I think so. I mean, I haven't experienced a ton, but the colors are gorgeous, and for me they blend out nicely. So I want to give it a go, and I'm so glad I did. I know that a lot of people don't like it, and you know, I understand why they don't like it, and I understand that there's also people who do like it. So either way is totally fine by me. I don't care either way. What's important to me is that I like it, and I don't feel like I wasted my money in getting this beautiful palette. So I'm going to be going in and demoing an eye look for you, just to show you what I like to use it with. I've been using this palette every single day since I got it, and I'm just so in love with it. I'm going to be going in with the Sigma E40. This is my favorite brush of all time. Literally, my favorite eye brush, because I have larger eyes, so this is a really good crease brush for me. I'm going to be going in with the shade Dawn right here. Super pigmented. You got to be very light-handed. So what I'm doing is I'm barely pressing in, and then I don't have any fallout down, but there's a ton of pigment on the brush. You knock off the excess, And then I go in sweeping motions first, and then when I don't have as much product on my hand, then I do circular motions until my entire crease and upper area is covered. Alright, so the next shade I'm going in with is New Wave right here, which is a really pretty mustardy orange. And once again, I'm just ever so slightly tapping my brush in it. And as you can see, all that pigment right there is already on the brush, so you just tap off the excess. And then I'm going in right over top of Dawn. I'm not going to bring it up as high though. And what I'm doing is I'm raising my eyebrows to see where my crease is. Because my crease moves around a lot because I just have so much skin up here. I know it sounds like so gross, but you know what, whatever, that's my face. Just so much pigment, and I don't have a ton of fallout. You just gotta be really gentle, which, you know, if you don't want to put in the extra work, which, you know, if you're spending this much money on something, you shouldn't have to put in the work if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when people say I don't like it, I'm like, you know what? I feel you, alright? But, you know, because I love the color so much, I don't mind putting in extra work for the shadows, just because I wanted it so badly. So, if you have the palette and you want it to work, I'm showing you some tips and tricks on how to get it to work. And it's going to be sloppy here. I'm going to clean it all up. I don't try and be precise because, you know, how I see it is I'll just clean it up. So, you know, I'm not trying to be precise on the outer part right here. And then I'm also dragging all the shadows down on the lid because I'm trying to build that up as well. I'm going in with the shade Edge right here, and I'm using the exact same brush. So once again, just barely pressing in and hardly any fallout. It's the same amount of fallout that I have with my Modern Renaissance. If you guys remember back in the day when I got Modern Renaissance, I even told you guys it was like super powdery and had a lot of fallout, but I loved it anyway. It still stands true today. It has a lot of fallout, but I still love it. The fallout doesn't bother me. I can just, you know, clean it up. And I always do my eyes first anyway, so I think that's why it doesn't really bother me. I'm going to be going in with the shade All Star right here, but I'm going to be switching brushes. I want something with long hair because I want it to be super light-handed. Well, I want it to be very light application. So I'm going to be taking All Star, just pressing in. Look how much pigment's on there. Like, and all I did was like barely tap it there. Alright. So now I knocked it off and this is what I have, and I'm using the R38. The E35 from Sigma works just as fine, just as good. And I'm going to be kind of going like this a little bit just so I can see that crease, but I'm going to be pointing downwards. If you have my eye type and shape, then this will help you out without making your dark shadows go up too high. This might look really strange, but this is what works for me in my eye type. So I'm just slightly dusting it on the inner corner and the outer corner, and then tracing right here, just so I could see where I need the shadow to start and end for this color. And then I'm going to go in and be a little bit more aggressive with it. Not neat right now. I'm going to go back in and blend it out, but I want to apply it on this eye first. By the way, this brush right here, the Sigma Blending E36, is amazing for this. Like, this has been my favorite brush with this palette because I just dip it in and it's so tiny. So then what I do is I knock off the excess, and then right where I want this shadow to end, I can just ever so slightly trace it out. And it keeps it super precise. But it still has that blendability. And I'm going to blend this out. Once again, this right here is all getting cleaned up. I'm aware that it's very messy on the edges. This is how my eyeshadow is every day, no matter what palette I'm using. I just cleaned up the edges. I went and just grabbed a makeup wipe and just cleaned up the edges. And so now I'm going to be taking the eye shading brush, the E55, and I am going to be pressing it into All Star again, but I'm going to be just packing it onto the lid this time. I know it seems like why are you using the same shadow with two different brushes, and it's just, you know, for blending reasons and, you know, all that that jazz. God, it's such a pretty color. Look at that. That is so pretty. Such a good fall color. I'm going to be taking the R38 and I'm going in with Edge again. Really want this yellow to pop up here. I'm really liking this matte smoky eye, so I'm going to stick with that for now. I am going to be doing some other colors on the lower lash line because I'll show you guys as much colors as possible. But I'm going to go on and I'm going to do my face. I'm going to have all the products listed below, but I'm just going to like speed it up. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I decided to finish the rest of my face. I put on some eyeliner and I put on some mascara. I was going to do lashes today, but not really feeling the lashes because I know I'm just going to be taking them off and that'd be a waste. I am trying out the Voluminous Lash Paradise, which is supposed to be similar to the Better Than Sex. We'll see how I feel about it. I mean, I like it. Makes my lashes nice and full, so we will see. But I want to move on to the lower lash line now, so I'm going to move you back in so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay, so I'm basically going, I want to add in some like greens and stuff because I want to show you guys the majority of the colors in the palette. So I'm going to be taking a flat shader right here. This is the, oh, I thought this was my Sigma one. All my Sigma ones are dirty. Anyway, this is the Morphe M432, just a little flat shader brush right here. And I'm going to be going into the shade Axis right here. I love this one a lot. It's a lot of fun. And I'm going to be pressing it right here along the lower lash line. You can honestly grab any pencil brush. This is the Sigma E30. It's the pencil brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Untamed right here, and just boop a little bit on the end, and I'm gonna gently smoke it out. Like I'm not gonna fully smoke it out yet, but I'm going to blend it in with Axis. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take a more blendable brush. This is the Morphe E17. And we're going to go into the shade Edge right here. Just right on the end. Tap off the excess and then we're really going to smoke it out. And what I'm going to go back in with the flat definer brush. I'm going to go back in with some more of Axis just because the, when you smoke it out, some of the definition disappears, but I'm going to go right at the lash line. I'm going to wiggle. That way you get the green and the yellow. I'm going to go quickly into my ColourPop palette right here, and I'm just going to take this shade right here to highlight my inner corner with. I'm just going to take a clean pencil brush to do that with. I like my inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight to match my cheekbone highlight. I'm going to take a little bit of eyeliner. This is just the Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner from L'Oreal. And then apply some mascara to the lower lashes. If I can find my mascara here. For my lips, I'm going to be using MAC Whirl. Oh, I need to sharpen that. I don't know if I like that. Actually, yeah. The Dose of Colors liquid lips are so comfortable. Oh my goodness. Like, I think it's one of my favorite formulas for liquid lipsticks. But yeah, and that is it. This is the look that I used today for the Subculture palette. Now, just for my final thoughts, and just some final notes about this. Some of my favorite shades in this palette, I really love the shade Electric right here. I do notice that it seals, so you guys be pretty vigorous with it, and you'll be fine. I love it so much. I love it all over the lid. I did a look a few days ago where I used it all over the lid. I really love the shade Edge and New Wave. Really, my favorite ones here are All-Star, Access, Edge, Untamed, and Electric. I'd say those are my favorite shades in the whole palette. I haven't really played around with the cube too much. I mean, it's more pink. Like, it looks white, but it shifts pink, and that's not really like my thing. So it's not my favorite shade. I do want to come up with a look where I can use it, but it's not my favorite. Mercury seems like a lot of fun as like a edgy transition shade. I haven't really gone to play around with that one much, but I love the greens and the yellows and the browns. Those are all great. I do get a little fallout, but like I said, it's basically the same as my Modern Renaissance palette, so I'm okay with that. And as you can see, I really like the look that I came up with today. So yeah, if you are enjoying the palette as well, let me know down below. And if you aren't enjoying it, I totally understand why. This is a little bit more difficult to work with. And you know, when you're paying this much money for something, you shouldn't have to do that, but if you want to do it, then, you know, go ahead. And I don't mind working a little bit harder to make it work. So yeah, I love it because I just love the colors in this so much. But anyways, that is everything I have to say about the Anastasia Subculture palette. I will have a link to it down below, even though you could just go to Google and type it in, but you know, just make it easy for you. I will also have all the products I use on my face listed down below, and I think that is everything. What the heck? I think that is everything that I wanted to mention and talk about with the Subculture palette. Let me know down below if you want to see more tutorials using this palette. I'd be happy to do so because I love it so much. I cannot wait to get a ton of use out of this. I will link my previous video for you down below, and then you can also, you know, hit this video right here or subscribe to my channel. Any of those, that would be great. If you did enjoy this video, give it a big old thumbs up and comment down below. Be sure to hit the subscribe button or the little circle with my face on it. Is it on this side or this side? I'm not sure, but you know, hit one of those. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.